You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. This is a great beginner song when you're learning to play chords at the piano, because you only need 3 chords. This is the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. And in the key of C major, that's C major, F major, and G major. With those 3 chords and a good chord chart, you have everything you need to play this song. I'll be referring to the chord chart that I made for this song, and you can download that chord chart for free at the link in the video description if you'd like to follow along. Now, I showed you those basic versions of the chords, and you can play this song just with those chords if you're a true beginner. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray, and so on. If you'd like to get closer to the version I played at the start of the video, there are only a few things you need. First, I want you to take that C major chord and play it in this inversion. So we're using the same 3 notes, C, E, and G, but I've taken the G down an octave. And if you play the C chord here, you're really close to the root position chords for F and G. Now let's practice this oom-pah pattern. This is the rhythm that I'm playing. Makes it sound more like old time or country music, like a traditional version of this song. And that's just a back and forth pattern between the left and right hand. Left, right, left, right, left, right. So you can start with the root note of the chord. That's your bass part in the left hand. And then the chord in your right hand, and just going back and forth like that. The way that I wrote my chart, we'll count this as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we switch to the next chord. Back to C. 2, 3, 4. To F. 2, 3, 4. C. 2, 3, 4. And then here's 2 beats on C, 2 beats on G. And that's it. You can play an oom-pah pattern like that just with the root notes in your left hand, and it totally communicates that feeling in the music. If you'd like to get a little more advanced, we can add some of this bass line stuff in our left hand. So this stuff is really fun. We're now more mimicking like maybe what an upright bass player would play if you heard this song in a bluegrass band. A really common way to vary that bass line is to alternate between the root of the chord and the 5th of the chord. So in the case of a C major chord that we're starting on, the 5th of the chord is G. And you can either go up to that 5th, or you can go down to G in this lower octave. And that is really nice. It gives you that bum, 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 bum. You know, this is a really common bass line in many different styles of folk music. It's like what a tuba would play too in a marching band. And you hear it all over the place in bass lines. And if you just hang out on a C chord with this alternating 1, 5, 1, 5, it's like already we've got a little groove going. And it kind of sounds like maybe this is the opening of a musical theater show or something like that. If you keep going from there and apply that logic to all the other chords, you have a bass line that works. You'll notice that there are some spots that are a little bit awkward because we end up like playing a note as the 5th of a chord that then becomes the root note of the next bar. So, the sunshine. Here we go to F. Happy when skies are gray. So I repeated C there because C is the 5th of the F chord. And then it becomes the root chord of the next bar. So we can do some of these other things bass players like to do, like a walk up or walk down from the C to the F. There's my walk up. And it lines up really nicely with the melody in this song. You make me happy. It really follows the notes in the melody there. So here is the bass line from the beginning with the walk up. Sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy. You can just practice that. And then we can use the same idea to walk back down to C. Happy when skies are gray. So I went, when skies are gray. All of that you can reuse as we continue on. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. And then here, because we have just 2 beats on each chord, I'm going to hang on the bass note, the root note of the chord, for 2 beats. Please don't take my sunshine away. And that's it. I've now demonstrated everything I played at the start of the video. Now, for a bit more advanced practice, we can talk about putting this into other keys. You'll notice many recorded versions of this song are in a different key than I just demonstrated it in. The Gene Autry version is in D flat. The Johnny Cash version is in A major. So if you're playing a keyboard, you can just hit the transpose button and move up or down, a half step or a few half steps, and arrive in the key that you want to play the song in. If you'd like more of a challenge, you can be the transpose button. And this is a great way to learn about your piano keyboard and to learn about music, taking a simple song and putting it into a different key. So let's put it into D flat major. Everything is moving up a half step, but I'd rather first think about how everything's working in the home key. So remember, we had the 1 chord, 4 chord, and 5 chord in the key of C. Let's find those chords in the key of D flat. So here's our D flat major scale. The 1 chord is D flat. The 4 chord is G flat. And the 5 chord is A flat. Now, you can play the song in the key of D flat even if everything I just said went over your head. You just need to know those 3 chords: D flat major, G flat major, and A flat major. And everything that I explained in the key of C major, you can copy paste into D flat, right? Play this first chord in this inversion, and then play that bass line, alternating between the root and the 5th of the chord. You will need to think about the D flat major scale when you do the walk up and the walk down. You can't just play white keys anymore the way we were doing in the key of C. So here's a demonstration in the key of D flat. If you'd like to learn this song in that key, that'll let you play along with the Gene Autry version of the song. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And that's it for this song. There are verses to this song with different lyrics, but one of the reasons it's such a great song for beginners is that the music is the same in the verse as it is in the chorus. So this is a great one to learn to have in your pocket to play and sing at the piano. And remember, you can always modify the arrangements that I demonstrate for a song like this. You can play it without that oom-pah rhythm and still sing along just fine. You can use your own variation on the rhythm if you like. And this is the beauty of playing a chord part working from a chord chart. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed learning this song and if you'd like me to do more song tutorials like this. And you can subscribe to my channel for more piano education. My name is Ted with Piano Fluency.